Yeah, making a video. Yeah, Piero did another room with the people I just can't stand. Well, mostly. The Spook and whatever that jackass Birdman's name is. I forgot already. Jizz. Jerks. Yeah, I just don't. Yeah, just can't remember his name. Anyway. So here's they're talking about this whatever 5-minute energy drink guy who's a billionaire who's doing us all a favor and going to save the world. And again, I'm not evil. I won't come up with anything silly or stupid. Yeah, sure you won't. It's just Google's not evil. Google's your friend. Fool me once, my bad. Fool me twice, So yeah, that's what I'm saying to you people. You're fooled by this bullshit. Yeah, you're a fool. Double fool. So anyway, so they're talking about some of this crap, propagandized by these self-interested assholes. And this always comes, it's out there all over the place, like this whole solar thing, the countries paying the highest rates for their electricity are the countries with the most solar energy. That's how great it works. And putting solar on roofs is retarded. I mean, it's just fundamentally retarded. It's like just taking the panels and making them half as small, in terms of destroying their efficiency by putting them on house roofs. Now, not to mention even the damage you do to roofs and all the rest of this stuff. I mean, it's just the stupidest possible application outside of putting them in a cave. I mean, certainly, yes, it would be stupider to put them in a cave or at the bottom of the ocean, but next to those things, putting them on a roof is pretty much idiot, retarded, stupid. The whole idea is to have them maximally pointed at the sun. That's not what your roof does. And certainly your roof doesn't move with the sun. It's just stupid. And we already know the more efficient passive solar collector is just to use the much cheaper and less environmentally destructive mirrors to focus the sun's energy onto a water tank and turn a turbine. Steamy. Steam still is the way to go. And yeah, that's the most, if you want to collect solar energy, that's how you collect it. You don't collect it this way. You don't use solar panels. And if you're going to use them, you don't apply them in a circumstance that's just plain stupid. It's like the Warbles on a lot thing, sticking the stupid panel on top of your car. It's just stupid. It's much more efficient to have the panel directed by the sun, charge a battery, and have the battery recharge your car. It's just rational. But people just don't want to be rational. And so they're talking about applications here. This is just such junk science, and they're applauding it and talking about like it's a grand success. None of this has been proven. But Piero keeps talking about this thorium reactors or whatever. I think that's what it's just. They've never been able to build one that's made $10 in profit. Ever. They haven't been able to create a design for one of these stupid fucking plants that can actually create profit, actually create energy over its expense of collecting it. It's just stupid. So I'll play some of this, and it's just, you're just saying, you people are not stupid. I mean, can't you just think of this logically and just say this is not right somehow? I mean, even the solar thing, it's so obvious. I mean, just think about it. Individually collecting solar energy on houses, converting it, and paying for a converter. It's probably half the price of the damn install. Well, it's not half the price, but it's a good $500 just for this stupid inverter to push the fake electricity, pretty much, back onto the wires. When you could do just one of those, you could just have the one single hardware, the single converter infrastructure, instead of having it on every single house. It's just right there a huge savings. If you're going to do solar panels, you do solar panels on farms. You put them on farms, a whole bunch of them in one place where they can all be maintained and all taken care of, and they can all move towards the sun, and you do it right. You don't do it wrong. And you collect twice as much energy for half the cost. And these people are applauding wasting half the energy because capitalists are making a buck. And you can't smell the stink of this? This is what's wrong with liberals even. This is what's wrong with progressives. They think, well, capitalists are making big money, so it must be working. But yeah, why the people are paying twice as much for their electricity. That's how great it's working. Germany and Australia have the highest electrical rates in the world. They don't have solar farms. They have a bunch of solar panels stuck on roofs. Fucking idiots. Anyway. So there's some other technology mentioned here. It's just idiotic. So apparently they got this water desalination. And they show you, oh, look, it makes 1,000 gallons an hour. This machine. Do they tell you how much the machine costs to make? Do they tell you how much it costs to maintain? How much the filters cost? How much the membranes? How much the whole thing cost? How much you're paying per fucking gallon of desalinized water? No. Did it explain how the poor people in Africa are going to pay for it? No. Oh, it's going to save the world. No, it's not. Yeah, I mean, and every bit of electricity you give to poor people, they're just going to spend it on pregnancy augmentation, incubators and shit. You know, they're just going to make more babies with it. You fucking idiots. Anyway, so let's play some of this. It's just, this is just, people are so stupid.
I want it, and you know, if I don't want it to be crap, I want it to be cheap. It's so cheap that everybody can have it, and yet I'm in the future, and I think that...
Yeah, and they were talking about this stupid train idea. Some asshole has some stupid idiotic train idea where you put a bunch of solar panels on a tube, and then your car goes into a bullet, and then you shoot the bullet through the tube, and the solar panels run the whole thing, and blah, blah, blah. Bullshit. Fucking pie in the sky bullshit. How much you gonna pay per mile? It's like, oh yeah, it's like, oh yeah, we're gonna have 2001 space flights. Just like, let's just ignore the fact that it costs $78,000 per pound to put something in orbit. Let's just ignore that fact. Fuck.
That guy, I forget his name, but he struck me as a positive influence.
Yeah, I mean, these people, this guy in particular, is a role model. I mean, to me, this guy's a total role model. In fact, maybe it's a really short...
Right, yeah, total role model. $4 million, or $4 billion, selling a stupid, crappy fucking energy drink that was basically just Tang with a couple of NoDoz in it and some vitamin B12. Yeah, that's a $4 billion idea. He didn't screw anybody with paying $1.50 for a fucking 2-ounce bottle of fucking Tang with NoDoz in it. No, he didn't fuck anybody over. Didn't fuck his employees over, right? They must have made a fortune, right? If he made $4 billion selling a stupid fucking energy drink. Fuck you, yeah, role model. Fuck you.
Trail. It's only 3 minutes. If you want, you can just play it so people can see it.
The sound doesn't come through.
No,
there's a plug-in, but it doesn't work in the live hangout, so you can't hear that, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, check it out. I mean, he's got a desalinization idea that's just fabulous.
Yeah, fabulous. It's fabulous. Well, do you have the tech specs on this again? Like I said, all this big talk. How much per gallon does it cost over time?
I mean, that's my favorite.
Because I have my own desalinization ideas, so I'll be interested.
And I love that idea. There's this other one thing that he built. It's like this, this standing cycle. You know, one of those standing bicycles or whatever, where for parts in the world where there's no electricity or there's like sporadic electricity, all you got to do is sit in this thing for an hour pedaling, and that's enough to charge this battery cell that powers your entire home for an entire day.
Okay. Did you hear that? I mean, like, nobody, it would never have occurred to anybody, oh yeah, no, you can get so much energy out of mammals running. That's why everybody has their cat in a wheel running, or their dog is in a wheel somewhere making energy for them, because it works so fucking well. You know, yeah, you know, really, you get yourself a big dog and you get a little wheel, and you could have the dog just running the wheel instead of going outside, you know, and he could chase, you know, rabbits and shit in the house, pretend to virtually, and yeah, he'll run your whole house for a whole day. Everybody knows that, right? Everybody's got one of those, right? You got one, right? You know, I have one for the cat, right? No, that's right, I don't, because it'll cost me more in cat food to replace the energy the mammal's going to produce. I mean, this is as bad as the Matrix idea of turning human bodies into fucking goddamn batteries. It's fucking retarded. We don't make energy, we consume it. Talking and doing all this, we consume energy. Your brain is burning it up right now. You're not an energy making machine. You're not a conversion machine. You're not really good at it. You're just not. I mean, I don't know how to metaphor, you know, don't you think that people would have thought of this already? Like even turning, let's have human beings turn water wheels, and they can run their whole house for the whole day by just turning the water wheel. You know how much energy, I mean, you go in full bore, you might be able to make one of these 10-watt fluorescent bulbs burn. That's working as hard as you can, okay? Really pumping it. You might make 10 watts. If you're really good, healthy. And how long can you do that for without just totally becoming exhausted and need to eat another Big Mac to recharge yourself? So you paid you paid $2 in food to run a 10-watt bulb for an hour. So $2 an hour for 10 watts of light. Oh yeah, that's hugely. Oh, that'll save us all. No doubt about it. So I'll show you, this is a guy, like I said, who says he's not a crook, not a bum, not a asshole, not a all this shit. And I'll show you this fucking, all you have to do is look at this thing. And you can just smell the fucking bullshit. Here we go. This is the machine. You pedal. Now, anybody knows anything about physics knows flywheels are storage devices. Flywheels do not augment your production of energy. They're completely, you have to put it in to get it out. So flywheel would be completely irrelevant to this process. There's absolutely no advantage to having a flywheel except, God, that looks cool. Or you can rest. You don't have to keep pumping all the time. And so it gives you rest time. So the little light bulb, the little 10-watt light bulb will keep burning while you rest for a couple of minutes. But that's the only advantage to having a flywheel. So anybody who knows anything about physics knows you're just creating another heat and friction point by having this big giant flywheel. So this thing is just such a fucking lie right here. Right here we have a huge goddamn fucking lie. So this fucking Maggio Berghugigajava is a fucking liar. Okay, so when he says, I'm in this for the people, and I'm not going to invest in bullshit, and I'm not selling fucking goddamn snake oil. Yes, you are, you fucking cunt. And it's just obvious right there. Flywheels do not produce energy. They store energy. They don't produce any ever. They don't enhance something's ability to make energy. It's absolutely fucking useless as an energy creation device. The energy you push it with is the energy you get out of it, and that's it. But you have to put energy in. It doesn't enhance your ability to make energy. So this is a fucking lie. And these assholes are sitting here, oh, it's going to save the world with a wonderful big flywheelie machine. Look at that! It's going to save the world! No, it's going to do shit. So look at all these friction points on this fucking piece of shit. This isn't anything about efficiency. This isn't getting muscle power converted into electricity in any kind of rational way. What is this twinkly bullshit? What is this whole fucking canard of a fucking goddamn lie of a bunch of goddamn... This is a Google shystery here. This is worse than God. Even Google wouldn't be stupid enough to sell this to anybody and say this is going to save the world. You could run your house for a day. Just walk a little bit on your little cycle, and you'll have your refrigerator will run, your fucking 27-inch fucking TV, your 57-inch TV will run, everything will run in your goddamn house. Everything will be great, beautiful, wonderful, and it'll all be run by just on 1 hour a day. Do a little bit of bicycling, and it's all fucking wonderful. Bull fucking shit. It's 10 watts of fucking energy. 2 million views for this piece of fucking goddamn shitty fucking propaganda. And again, because why? Because smart people are fools and suckers. They don't use their goddamn brain. They fall for absolute goddamn bullshit. So let's play a little more of this bullshit.
Isn't that awesome?
Thorium. Yeah, thorium will save us all.
So that means you could technically, get yourself a good 1 hour workout, and then you have power for the rest of the day in your home. That is
yeah, that's what I think about solar. See,
yeah, that's what I think about solar. The sun, if you got every single bit of energy the sun produces for every square meter, okay, big square meter thingy, it's 1,000 watts. I mean, I would have thought it was more, but that's all it is. And that's if you get every single drop, and it's really hard to do that. Apple trees or trees outside, they spend every day sitting in the sun, and what do they produce? A little bit of wood and some leaves and roots. Every day they're sitting out there grabbing sunlight, and they can barely make a little bit of fucking wood. I mean, come on, people.
I think ideas like that are great. We need to augment our energy that way. And
you're not doing that, though. You're wasting energy this way. You're wasting resources that should be spent on real, sensible applications of technology, like using to steal the gravity stuff, steal the hydroelectric. I mean, that's the one with the minimum investment and the maximum return in the long run. Invest in the proven technologies. Okay, these passive solar things that really work, just having black panels that you run water across and it heats the water. These are proven technologies, and these are the things you should be investing in instead of this high-tech, fancy, smart fucking technology bullshit that has fucking gigantic waste wheels tied to it. Again, somebody explain the physics to me. How does a flywheel enhance a human being's ability to produce energy? How? How is that possible? Again, flywheels are storage devices. That's it. They can't, they're momentum storage devices. They're like a capacitor in the sense that they can store an amount of electricity, of energy, force, and release it in more convenient 5 seconds or 10 minutes later. But that's all they can do. You still got to put the energy in. You can't get anything back from a flywheel. A flywheel doesn't give you enhanced energy or better energy or more energy. It's a sensible device to put like in a car, because the flywheel you'd be able to use when you're going downhill, you could run the flywheel going faster, and that would help you go up the next hill. Flywheels make sense when you want to convert energy, when you have too much energy one moment and you want to release it somewhere else. Flywheels would make sense that if you could make lightning spin a flywheel, that would make sense. When you have too much energy and you need some way to grab it. That's what a flywheel works for. You don't put a flywheel on an exercise bike to say, look, we're collecting energy from human mechanical force. You're not collecting it, you're wasting it.
It'll be all good, and we in our personal life will benefit from that. And then for the grid that needs to work, whether it's sunny, whether you exercise that day or not.
Right. Yeah, the grid that needs to work at night when you need the electricity, right? Because you're not going to be able to store this shit. So you're still going to need the infrastructure of the regular fuel system. And again, I'm not opposed to solar energy, but I'm just saying if you're going to sit there and vote for it, vote for the solar energy where you get 60% more energy. The application of it that's rational, not the irrational application. Fuck. I made the point. this is what's pitiful. I mean, Piro's supposed to, he went to college, Berkeley, knew some physics people, and he doesn't know flywheels don't make electricity? Come on. I mean, the fact that Zorro doesn't know shit, well, okay, that's understandable. And fucking Pygmalion, or whatever he is, Das Broken Feet, you know, he's an artist, so yeah, what the fuck does he know about anything rational? He thinks the Fed steals all the money. No, the rich people steal all the money, fuckhead. The Fed is just the you know, the mechanism that makes it easier for them to cash their checks. Well, anyway, you people are just so stupid. This guy, I listened to some video with this Eric Dillard guy. I guess he's supposed to be the next, whatever that silly person's name is. Everybody admires. Kook. Oh, you know, what's the opposite of Thomas Edison, whatever the, you know, who actually worked for Edison for a while. But anyway, that guy, who everybody thinks is Mr. Energy. Anyway, he's a kook. He's a fucking kook. I mean, it's just silly. People are making heroes out of complete kooks. So anyway, I mean, it's very disappointing. People are just stupid as fuck. So, Piro, you get the Stupid Fucker Award for this one. This is just stupid fuckery. I can't even listen. Oh, listen, you know, we'll jump ahead and play a little more of this, but who cares? Piro's an idiot.
They believe in the most outlandish ideas. Right, like
yeah, right. And you're all impressed with a 7,000-pound exercise bicycle that's gonna light the world. Fuck you, idiot.
9/11 being an inside job. The moon.
Oh, fuck that! I'm not doing truth or nonsense.
Focus on the history, the conspiracies that did happen.
Oh, fuck conspiracies. Fucking idiots.
Peter ended up getting nailed for child porn.
Given the climate,
weird.
Given the climate of fear, the feeling of impending doom at that time, it makes sense to me that he would, maybe not you, but a lot of people did.
But
we're afraid of Saddam Hussein's coming to get us. And bullshit. Nobody was afraid until they made up lies about how he's trying to make nuclear bombs and he's doing this and he's doing that. Fuck you. It's a bunch of bullshit. Bunch of lies and propaganda, and now you're rewarding it like, oh yeah, well, we got reason to be blah blah blah. No, you didn't have any such thing.
Because if they had that war would have dragged on. There would have been many more casualties.
Oh, whatever. Would have been fucking zillions of dollars wasted.
There was no chaos like this until they came along. What are you talking about?
You weren't paying attention. There's been chaos over there since the turn of the century by my
yeah, well, whatever. Yeah, they had the whole Iraqi war that we fucking fermented. We've been promoting civil war and chaos over there for the very reason that the only reason why we're still able to steal the oil is because of the chaos, because of the non-civilization we haven't allowed them to ever acquire. And Iraq was a perfect example of a country that was becoming Western. And that's the last thing we wanted to have happen, because then we wouldn't have a right or a justification for stealing everything. We'd have to treat them like France, and we didn't want them. We didn't want Iraq to become France. We didn't want them to become a nation that we had to respect. So we had to drive them back into the Stone Age, and we're going to pay a huge price for turning fucking Iraq into Stone Agea, into fanatical Muslonia. You fucking idiots. Alright, there's enough. Fucking, there's no point in talking. People are just too stupid. There's no point in talking to people. People are too fucking stupid. They're just too fucking stupid. I mean, I just keep looking at that fucking monstrous flywheel on that fucking thing and just say, what the fuck? People are falling for this shit? This makes energy? Fuck you, you're an idiot. Grammar school physics, I always played with the idea that, oh yeah, well maybe with gravity you could make like a steam shovel, like you put weight on this thing in little buckets, and the idea would be as if, if the buckets dumped the stuff at this end quicker than this side picked it up, that somehow, perpetual motion. But as soon as you hear the idea of it, you say, oh, there's got to be a way of stealing energy. But there isn't. This isn't an energy making device. This is just totally superfluous. They only put this here because it looks good. It doesn't make this do more work. It steals energy. It wastes energy in creating friction and heat. Let alone it's preposterously expensive. Human beings suck at doing work, real physical work. They're just not really good at plowing fields and stuff. That's why we hook plows to horses, because they can eat grass and plow a field. Human beings suck at doing real work. Okay. Enough. I mean, real physical, rudimentary energy production, conversion. It's always a conversion. Humans suck at converting energy. The Matrix was a lie, a silly, stupid lie. No dumb, not even the dumbest robot you could make would be stupid enough to say, hey, we need battery power. Let's grow human beings and glean energy from their existence. That would be retarded.